Okay, hi. Welcome to the algebra class. Algebra is very different than all other math, and I'm sure in 8th grade or 7th grade you've already seen variables, which are letters instead of numbers. And algebra just asks you to define what those letters are, which is a little annoying at first. For example, let's look at this. 3 plus x equals 10. Now, obviously we prefer seeing numbers, and having letters is not fun. I mean, this isn't a very simple example, but it gets more difficult, but the general idea stays the same. So we want to define what the value for x is. For example, on a test, you would get x equals, and you would have to fill in the blank. So all you have to do now, I mean, there are ways to manipulate it in algebra that I'm going to show you, but let's get rid of that letter for a minute because we don't like letters. Let's just say 3 equals 10. Is this true? Obviously not, right? 3 is not 10, so this is not true. What can we do to 3 to make it equal 10? Well, the most obvious thing is we can add 7 to it. So if we add a 7 to the 3, then it really will equal 10. So before, we had this 3 and this 10. And now we have the 3 and the 10. The only difference was that x and this 7 now. So there we go. I mean, now we know that 7 is going to be x. So we can write as an answer x equals 7. Now, obviously, this is a really simple example, but this is an idea of how I'm going to try to explain and illustrate these variables. And what we're going to do is a little more complicated, but generally we're going to try to keep it simple like this, and I'm going to try to get you over your fear of letters. Coming into this class, you should be fairly comfortable with long multiplication, long division. You should be able to add two fractions like so, or multiply two fractions, 2/3 times 1/4. Percents you should be okay with, what's 23% of 50. If you don't know these stuff, but you did learn it and were good at it once or whatever, I'm gonna go over this stuff for about a month. I'm gonna review all of this material, that even ratios. I'm gonna go over this stuff, but I'm not going to teach it well. I'm not gonna do it slowly. I'm gonna really fly through this stuff. So it's much better if you know it already. If you don't, we'll go it over, but it might take a little extra work on your part. All right. Hopefully this class will get you a very good grade in the algebra region. Enjoy.